This is the single most important video I have ever done on YouTube. So what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. Today I'm unveiling my own brand of car detailing products. It's been a long time coming, but today is that day. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Clean by Pan the Organizer. So we're going to go over, of course, all the products in my lineup. We're going to talk about the bottles, the sprayers, the labels, the chemistry. These are all premium proprietary blends. This is not white labeling. So I hired my own team of chemists to do all of this work. Crazy R&D, insane testing, and you're going to see, of course, well, all the core products in the lineup itself. So 2 ceramic coatings, a shampoo, a rinseless wash, a spray polish, a panel prep spray, a ceramic spray sealant, and also a tire dressing available in 16-ounce bottles, and of course bigger size gallon formats. Now let me tell you something right off the bat, because I have a feeling, even though I told my team to get ready and we're capable of producing so much quantities because this is done in-house, and we were ready for launch. If you're watching this on the day of launch, September 21st, 2024, that marks a very important day for me because I am so happy. I can't contain my smile, by the way. I would hit pause on the video. Don't watch all the way till the end just yet. Go check the links in the description under the video to grab your stuff right away, because I think it's going to sell out. As much as I tried to do my best to have crazy quantities available on launch, the channel, as you guys know, is one of the biggest car detailing channels on YouTube, as we surpassed 1 million subscribers at this point, all thanks to you guys. This is my way to give back to the community, by the way, to have the best detailing products in the world, the most simple lineup, and they're all so easy to use and accessible to everyone, not only DIYers and weekend warriors, but also detailing professionals. I'm going to talk about that in this video. So there's no jumping through hoops or going through certifications or locking yourself in with some sorts of contracts. If you guys are professional detailers, you can all purchase these. And of course, DIYers, you guys told me you wanted access to the best professional grade stuff. Well, here it is, all in one lineup. I'm going to go over all of these together because you're going to see the cool technology that's in there. So I founded Clean by Pan the Organizer. Let me talk about, first of all, I hope you guys love the aesthetics. I know I sure do. So we have an in-house designer that took care of all the graphics. I wanted something sleek, modern, and with the aesthetics of what resounds with me the most. So you have here, this is my logo, Clean by Pan the Organizer. Of course, I had to rock the shirt, Clean by Pan the Organizer as well. So yeah, all of this you'll be able to get on the website cleanbypan.com. So that's cleanbypan.com. When you go on the website, you're going to see this is hosted by House of Rags. So they're the exclusive distributors of Clean by Pan the Organizer products worldwide. So we're doing a massive global launch. So on the day of launch, if you're watching this in September of 2024, we have USA and Canada right off the bat. And then very closely, because the products are on boats and airplanes now heading across the world. So we're going to have the UK as well. We're going to have all of Europe. We're going to have Australia, and we're also going to have Japan. So again, all those countries, USA, Canada, UK, Europe, Australia, and Japan. And of course, more to add in the future as we lock in some deals with some distributors worldwide. So what we do is we have presence in all of those countries to make sure that we have distribution locally, so you guys don't have to pay through the roof to get these quality products. And also, I want to mention that I'm not competing with the entry-level stuff that you find in big box stores. This is a premium brand, what I believe to be, once again, the top of the top. But in that top tier space, these are priced very competitively. You're going to see that for a lot of these, I could have asked for way more, double, triple the price, and they would still outperform everything that I have ever tested in my own life. That was the goal of this product line, by the way. I wanted to make sure that my own products, if I'm to put my stamp of approval and have it to have my name, Pan the Organizer, on it, they had to be the best in the world. They had to be better than everything I've ever tested that I had as the #1 spot in my own awards video. So that was important. So let's have a look, first of all, again, the clean aesthetics of the Clean by Pan the Organizer. Every bottle that you're going to see, so it has a color palette here in the bottom. That's to indicate the color of the liquid that's inside there. So I think it gave a nice clean aesthetic, and also, well, it renders super nicely. It's presentable on your shelves. This will look amazing. We went for some high quality Tolco sprayers, which are, in my opinion, some of the best in the industry, if not the best. So ergonomics, you have this tab here that can hold well, even for people with gigantic hands like mine or smaller hands, it doesn't matter. It's all super easy. And then you got the ergonomics with a trigger, nice misting. You can adjust the mist and the fan of it, of course. And for those of you who know, when I finish all my videos, I always say, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one. Well, on the bottle, I had to put that motto on there. So you see on every bottle, keep it tight, keep it clean. So this is the motto of Pan the Organizer. On the bottle itself, you're going to have here a QR code that you can scan with your mobile phone. This will lead you to the website so you can repurchase the items, see a bunch of cool videos, see the instructions, more details, even the SDS information. Everything will be available for you guys to check out. And yeah, I'm super proud of this lineup. I cannot stress enough how awesome this will be. So again, before you watch the entire thing, don't take a chance. These will probably go super fast off the shelves. So go to cleanbypan.com, and you're going to see here in the bottom, it says proprietary blend, because these are not white labeled stuff. These are my own intellectual properties. And so the website, cleanbypan.com, cleanbypan.com, that's where you're going to get all the stuff. And so, yeah, the exclusive distributors worldwide for every single country is through the House of Rags. So when you go to cleanbypan.com, it's going to direct you to my appropriate webpage within the House of Rags. Make sure you select your country at the top of the webpage to make sure that you're ordering from the right place, of course. So we're going to go over the lineup of products. First of all, I want to say that I'm very proud of Clean by Pan the Organizer, because the mission was very important. So to have the best premium custom-made products for my viewers, what I believe to be, again, the best of the best in the industry right now, period. Give my promise that if there's anything better in the future, because I invite competition and I welcome it. So as technology evolves, if there's anything ever better, I'll be the first one happy to see that, because I'll turn around, go to my teams of chemists and ask them to formulate something that can surpass that too. So my promise to you is to keep always evolving the products to make sure we have the best of the best. I wanted to make them easy to use, regardless if you're a weekend warrior, a DIYer, an enthusiast, or a car detailing professional. These needed to be pro-level stuff that everybody can use super easily. And of course, once again, that anybody can purchase. So no jumping through hoops, no having to sign crazy contracts, no having to go through certification programs to get them. Everybody can purchase them right now. So again, check the links, cleanbypan.com. We're going to do a deep dive for every single one of the products. What I'm going to do though, for future videos, you're going to have individual videos on each product separately. So these are in the coming weeks, so expect them right now. They're going to be amazing, crazy level of production. We hired a production team to be able to film that, so professional camera crew for those deep dives. And I have a few special guests that were part of my testing team throughout the year, because this was probably one of the longest endeavors in my life. Never had I thought it would be this complicated to put something like this together. Again, because these are not white label products. These are my own proprietary blends. And so I had to put together a team, or teams, should I say, with an S, of different chemists. For those of you who saw maybe the preview video a few weeks ago in my Wash and Talk episode 4. So basically, we had different chemists from different labs around the world. We pitted them against each other, and then we asked for every single product. I want to have the best of the best. The latest technologies, do not care about price. I will worry about pricing later. I want the best raw ingredients, the best technologies. It has to be the best of the best. It has to be able to impress me and to surpass any winner that I had in the past. That was my kind of most important thing, was that if Pan the Organizer is to have his name on these products, they have to be killer, right? So expect those videos where you're going to see some testing as well. How did we test for these products? Different conditions, different countries. Again, some of those testers, 2 of them in particular, are known to be savages. So it was important to me to have other opinions on the products. And those 2 special guests that you're going to see in future videos, they're super direct. If something is garbage, they will absolutely let you know. So it was good to have that feedback. Even some DIYers helped me inside there, and up to my girlfriend, which has 0 detailing experience, that I would ask to test a few of these and just to have her opinion. And I think even her mind was blown. So that is a good sign. So what kind of products do we have, Pan? First of all, Ceramic coatings. Let's talk about those, because if you know me on this channel, well, you know that my favorite form of paint protection is by far a ceramic coating, the ones in glass vials, so the multi-year paint protections. So I have a 3-year ceramic coating, and check this out as well, an 8-year ceramic coating. So you're gonna notice in my lineup, I kept it very simple. I don't have 12 different spray waxes, 15 different shampoos, 32 different spray sealants, or a choice of 12 different ceramic coatings. I kept it as simple as possible to make sure that it's not confusing, but also high quality, the best quality out there, so you guys can just pick your entire lineup from one detail line, because I heard you guys, you don't like to cross shop left and right and find different products from different brands, and it can be confusing for some. So you liked the idea of having everything you need within one brand. So that was my mission, and hopefully I achieved and surpassed that. So let's have a look at this gorgeous packaging, by the way. So you're going to see the contrast between the 3-year, this is the lighter package, and the 8-year, the darker package. We have these reverse water droplets on the front, which I thought was a cool nod to the technology that's in there, because the hydrophobic properties, let me put it out there, they're the best in the world, period. When you're going to see these in action, you're going to get to test the products yourselves. I think you're going to go nuts. The water doesn't want to stick on the surface, so hence the reverse water droplets, because the water just doesn't want to stay there, it wants to leave. So I thought that was a cool thing. And of course you can see the coating in the window there. So I think again, all the graphics and kind of stuff are very interesting. What do you get inside the box? In the premium packaging, when you open it, well, obviously you get the ceramic coating bottles themselves. So this is the 3-year in a transparent bottle like this. Even the caps were custom colored to match the logo and the branding. So all that is important to me, you guys know. And then when you go to the 8-year, this is a frosted bottle, so an even more premium appearance. So both of these have identical application. So these are the easiest ceramic coatings I've ever used. Period. So all the technology I wanted is in these guys. So the difference between the 3-year and the 8-year, obviously the 8-year has much longer durability, and basically it has all the characteristics of the 3-year coating, but for just a little more in terms of price, you're getting the higher level of raw ingredients and just everything turned to level 11. So for somebody who wants just the best of the best in the world, note that this is it. But between you and I, even the 3-year, you guys know I like to under-promise and over-deliver, and this is definitely one of them. Is it really a 3-year coating? I think I'm lying on that one, in the sense of it's probably going to last more than that, especially if you take your vehicle. But hey, I said, let's make sure, even if it's more than that, I'm just going to market it as a 3-year coating. So no hype, no exaggeration here. This is truly the best. If this was the only one in my lineup, honestly, this would still be the best ceramic coating in the world, according to me, because I haven't tested anything better out there. Ease of application, the crazy gloss, the insane slickness, the insane water contact angle. Again, once you see the hydrophobics, you are going to go nuts. Ease of application. I wanted these to have super quick curing times, so the fastest in the world. 1 hour of curing, you're good to drive off in the elements. One thing I've never seen before, after only 12 hours, if you want to, you can wash your car with a pH neutral soap. And after 7 days of curing, they have the full chemical resistance. And talking about chemical resistance, pH 1 to pH 14, so crazy chemical resistance. Even though you guys know I'm not a fan of chemical resistance tests, those are for pure entertainment purposes, well, we still went ahead and did that with this. So you're going to see those tests coming up in deeper dives, and we went beyond extremes, and still these wouldn't break a sweat. So yeah, chemical resistance. Basically, I wanted to tick all the boxes out there, right? So what's the technology behind these? In the box also, by the way, just another cool thing. Of course, you get a microfiber little applicator, and inside there's the saver technology, so the liquid doesn't penetrate through, it stays on the surface. So you're using less product and it stays on the surface, so you can apply a lot more. And another cool thing are the instructions. Now, I'm very thorough when I do my videos, so I wanted to make sure that even my instructions that are in there are super thorough as well. So you're going to see all the information, as I said here. So you have one hour of dry period or the curing, and then you can drive off in the elements even if it's raining outside. And then you avoid to expose the vehicle. If it's freezing outside, so freezing temperatures, keep it indoors for 12 hours and then you can release it. But the majority of the time, the rest of the time when it's not freezing, only an hour, good to go, boom. And also you get the full chemical cure after those 7 days. Now, pH resistance, 1 to 4, once again. What else do we have here? Yes, the full chemical cure in 7 days. The application temperature, which is important when you're applying this. You got to be within the 10 to 30 degrees Celsius range, which is 50 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's important to make sure that you're in this kind of an environment, right? The optimal conditions is like I have in my garage. So the best of the best is around 20 Celsius or 68 Fahrenheit. But note that you have that wider range to apply it on. Of course, warmer and hotter temperatures lead to quicker flash times, and the colder temperatures lead to longer flash times. So you're going to see when you apply this on the surface, you're going to let it sit there for roughly 1 to 2 minutes, depending on what temperature and humidity you work in, and you're going to see a rainbow effect. So once you see that rainbow effect, you remember, right? You do your crosshatch pattern when you apply. So up and down, left and right. You're going to let it sit anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes. Look for the rainbowing. When you see that rainbow effect or the oil slick on water appearance, that's your visual cue that it's the time to start leveling the coating. So you're going to take your first clean and dry microfiber towel. You're going to level the coating. That makes sure that you're spreading evenly. You're picking up whatever residue doesn't need to be on there. And then you take your second clean and dry microfiber towel to do the final buff. That way you're not leaving any high spots behind, and you're gonna see just how easy this is to use. It's a breeze. So you're getting professional level stuff that anybody can apply. Again, this is the easiest coating I've ever applied. Easy on, easy wipe off. It's not grabby, it doesn't fight with you. You're gonna notice the slickness immediately under the towel when you're starting to level and buff, and that is insane. And the slickness only improves over time. This is one of those coatings that actually gives a thicker film build on the surface. And the applicator itself, so if you look at it the next day, there's a little crystallization, not that much, but it still feels crunchy to the touch. Let me show you that on screen right now. So this side had nothing on it. So very soft. And this side with the coating, you can see it looks crusty, but it also sounds crusty. So not too crazy, but you get that crust. So again, this is the soft side. And then this side with the coating. So yeah, just a little crunchy, not too much. It's not fully super crystallized on there. Why? Because there are flexible and elasticity agents built inside there, so it can flex with the surface. As you guys know, the metal on your vehicle, it expands and contracts with heat and cold, and so we needed a coating that was able to flex along with that. So there's flex agents, there's elasticity agents in there to give it that flexibility, so that way it's also going to prevent fracturing. So kind of like a desert effect. If you're looking at when there's drought, it has that cracking on the surface. There's a lot of coatings that can't resist to that fluctuation in temperature and expansion and contraction. And so that leads to micro fracturing or micro cracks in the coating. And that's when you start to get failures prematurely. So this one has a ton of flexibility in it. It also has built-in adhesion promoters to help glue the entire matrix onto the clear coat itself, and even deeper than that, because these coatings, the 3-year and the 8-year, they cross-link and polymerize on the surface itself to create a super durable bond with your clear coat. This is as good as it gets, by the way. So what else is on here? Yes, by the way, the shelf life of the coatings themselves, if unopened, is up to 12 months. Once open, 6 months. And once you open them, after, store them in the freezer. So you're going to see here, it's not going to freeze the liquid inside because there's no water in there. It's only raw ingredients, by the way. So store it in an appropriate facility. The directions, I kept it super simple. I like the pictograms as well. So of course, you're going to want to make sure that your entire surface is decontaminated. So wash the vehicle, use an iron remover. Of course, you're going to use a clay bar or clay towel to remove any other embedded contaminations. Then, of course, you can polish the surface to your desired level of finish. So not only to remove scratches, swirls, oxidation, and to improve the gloss, that's how you get the biggest bump in gloss, by the way, is through machine polishing. You guys have been following my video, so you know that. The correction makes the paint truer and flatter. That way you're getting better light reflection, hence better gloss, better an increase in the visual pop, the depth, the clarity, all that kind of stuff. But also polishing helps to remove any previous protection. That is crucial. So the only way to ensure 100% removal of previous protections like an old coating, an old wax, an old sealant is by machine polishing. You need that mechanical abrasion with the polish and pad to ensure that you remove everything because you want proper bonding of the coating to the clear coat, right? And then once you're done polishing, you're going to use a panel prep spray, and I have an insane one in my lineup, of course. Well, all these products, by the way, I have in the lineup, so everything that you need, and then you apply the coating. So a liberal amount onto your microfiber applicator, then you're going to spread evenly onto the panel, up and down and left and right, the crosshatch pattern. That's what I like. You can do circular motion if you want, whatever works for you, as long as you apply the coating evenly and spread it everywhere on the panels, right? When it starts to get like kind of draggy a little bit with your applicator, that means it's time to add more drops on there. So yeah, liberal amount on there, get the surface wet, up and down, left and right. Look for that rainbowing effect, which happens in 1 to 2 minutes. And once you start seeing that, that's when you know it's time to start leveling with your first towel and buffing with your second towel. And that's it, you're good to go. After an hour, you can drive the vehicle off in the elements, rain, snow, sleet, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is if it's freezing outside, keep the car indoors for 12 hours. Just keep that in mind. After those 12 hours, you can wash your car if need be with a pH neutral soap. So we added that in there. Why? Because sometimes you get bird bombs or some other contamination if the car is outside and you're like, oh, other coatings needs a week before you wash the car, right? No surfactants. But with this one, after 12 hours in correct temperatures, well, you get a full cure for a pH neutral shampoo. So you can go ahead and clean your car. And then after full 7 days, then it's full chemical resistance. So wait a full week before you start using some other chemicals in there. Also, in this pamphlet, look at this. I wanted a personal touch for my viewers. I'm not going to read all of it, but you guys can hit pause. So in there's a personal message to you guys with my signature in the bottom. I think this was just a cool, simple touch. So let's get back to these coatings. Look how beautiful these are. By the way, the performance is insane. So I did some crazy testing. Of course, you're going to see many videos with this coming in the future, but the final iteration, so you're going to see on screen the 3-year was used, so it wasn't a transparent bottle because those were the final production samples before we had the labels and everything kind of done. And the hydrophobic properties were insane. First of all, the slickness, right? Insane. But look at the water beading and how quickly it sheets off. If we start with the door panel, you can see the water just doesn't want to stick. So on my girlfriend's vehicle, the previous coating had started to fail in a few areas, so I know it's time to fully strip everything off. So I machined, polished the entire thing, did the full panel prep, the decon, all the work that you needed before applying the coating. And so I applied it to the hood and the driver's side door and the driver's side glass window. So this coating, by the way, you're going to see is very versatile. It can be applied on pretty much all the exterior surfaces. So yeah, the water beading, the water sheeting, absolutely insane. The water doesn't want to stick on the surface. I have seen and I have tested some of the best coatings in the world, and this is one that separates itself from the pack. The water contact angle is so aggressive, but again, the water just doesn't want to stick. Whether it's a vertical panel or whether it's the hood, you get those super tight, super round water beads, and the water just sheds off easily. By the way, on glass too, if you look at how it looks like on the glass, I mean, again, the water just doesn't want to stick. So whether you use a garden hose or a pressure washer to clean your vehicle, you're going to see that the self-cleaning properties of this, meaning the vehicle stays cleaner for longer, are going to be very apparent to you, because as soon as you're going to start spraying the car, the majority of the loose dirt and debris is going to be knocked off super easy. Even when it's dirty in a parking lot compared to other vehicles, you're going to see just how clean the car looks over time. This is truly the best ceramic coating in the world. What else can I say about it? There's so many different things. Of course, you get the UV protection, you get that film build on the surface, so it's actually a thicker film. You get the enriching, so the jetting effect or a slight darkening effect to improve beautify the looks. But the cool thing about these coatings is that they're multi-surface versatile. So you can apply them on paint. You can apply them on glass. You can apply them on plastic trim. You can apply them on your wheels. You can apply them on your metal exhaust tips. Regardless what exterior surface you have, your lights, headlights, taillights, it goes on everything. Not only can you apply this on the glossy paint, but you can also apply this on matte surfaces. Matte paint, matte PPF, and matte vinyl wraps. Any matte surface, no problem. This is not going to make the matte surfaces glossy, but it will make them darker and richer in appearance. It's going to really beautify them. And you can also apply this on your glossy paint, glossy PPF, glossy vinyl wraps. So regardless, whatever surface is on the outside, one coating does it all. So regardless if it's the 3-year or 8-year, same application method, same instructions, same easy off, same easy off. The reason, the difference between them is the years of durability. So this one here is the flagship, of course, of my lineup. You're going to get more of those raw ingredients. You're going to get more of that performance. Everything turned to level 11, right? Even more of that gloss, even more of that slickness, chemical resistance, all that kind of stuff. So note that, again, in my lineup, if the 3-year was the only one, and especially when you're going to notice the price, this still pretty much destroys everything that I've tested, including coatings that are worth $300, $400, $500. Regardless, I wouldn't be scared to put this against any one of those. And if you just want to have the top of the top for not much more, by the way, check cleanbypan.com. You're going to be shocked. You're expecting this to be a $3 to $5+ coating US, right? That's not the case. So it was very important for me to stay competitive and to have my products being able to be purchased by everyone. Again, this is not an entry-level brand. I'm not competing with these super low-end prices and the cheaper materials. This is the top of the line blends, materials, proprietary stuff, no third-party like white labeling kind of things. These are all my products. So that was very important. So you're getting all this performance out of these coatings. I'm telling you, I'm the coating guy, and these are the best in the world, period. I'm so excited I can't contain myself. So let's move on to the rest of the lineup because there's a lot to talk about, right? So the 3-year coating, 8-year coating, again, cleanbypan.com, links in the description. It's going to lead you to House of Rags. Make sure you select your proper country where you live because we're going to have USA, Canada, UK, Europe, Australia, Japan, more countries to come after that. So products for those countries, if you don't see them right away, because Canada and USA are for the initial part of the launch. Canada might have a bit of pre-orders because the products are on their way at the moment of filming this video, but we'll see if they can get them on time for the normal sale or the pre kind of order. But don't worry, you'll all get your products. And then for UK, Europe, Australia, and Japan, check the website and hopefully they'll come in the 1st or 2 weeks after this video launches, but it should be pretty soon. The orders are already placed. We have all of the infrastructure and distribution ready to go, so they're on their way. By boat, by plane, all means of transportation are good to go. So what is the next product in the lineup that I want to talk about? By the way, you're going to notice I kept my things very simple, right? So I don't have these crazy names that are hard to remember. Names that have nothing to do with the products themselves. So here, look at that, ceramic coating. What is it? It's a ceramic coating. So I kept the lineup not only simple in the amounts of products, these are only 6 liquids and 2 ceramic coatings. So that's a total of 8 products, right? And of course, we're gonna add some in the future because we're already doing some R&D to add some new stuff, some new unveilings. We're gonna have some tools, some equipment as well. So stay tuned for all of that. But here, this one is a shampoo. So you're going to see color palette because that's the color of the liquid inside there. So 16 ounce, 473 milliliters. And again, that same awesome clean by Pandy organizer aesthetics. This one here comes with a push-up cap. So you can lift it, pour the amount of liquid, and then just like, again, the aesthetics, the presentation, this satin kind of label. I hope you guys can tell. By the way, please drop some comments if you're excited, what you're ordering. I'm curious, what are you guys ordering? Let me know, what are you most excited about? I can't wait for you guys to have these in your hands to test because they are nuts. So the coatings, by the way, had a shelf life of a year, right? For all the other chemicals, we made sure to up the ante because the majority of chemicals are usually good for 1 year of shelf life. But these ones here, we managed to have 2 years of shelf life, so they will last a very long time for you. Coatings are a bit different because as soon as you crack them open, well, then they start to cure. So that's why you have 6 months once you open the bottle. Make sure you keep them in a freezer, the coatings, by the way, once you crack them open. But yeah, all the other chemicals, they're good for up to 2 years. Another thing about my line, very important, you know, health and environment for me are still super important. So no PFAS, no fluoropolymers, no fluorine, and so no forever chemicals in my line. Those forever chemicals, they don't break down when they're outside in nature, and even for human health, that can be very detrimental. I won't get into it too much. You guys can do your own research. So no PFAS, no fluoropolymers, no fluorine, none of that nasty garbage in my products. So already at the forefront of the laws, because some countries are changing the laws and regulations as of 2025. So we're already well ahead of that. things like VOC regulations as well in some states. The products that do have very low VOCs in mine are no problem with any place, any state, any country. So we kept that in mind when creating these, so they're super safe to use. Another thing, we're using food grade colors and scents, so the top most premium stuff, but nothing overwhelming. You're gonna notice one thing, regardless of which product you're trying, they all smell amazing. Even my spray polish, which normally compounds and polishes, they don't smell good, they smell like chemicals. All my stuff has this light fragrances. I won't tell you what they are necessarily right away, because I want you guys to test my products, and once you find something you enjoy, if there's something overwhelmingly positive in the scents that you guys like, well, I'll take note and we'll maybe do an air freshener type thing, collaboration, or have my own air freshener later on. So yeah, let me know, because you're going to see you're absolutely going to love these. Now, once again, see, this is a car shampoo. What does it say in the front? It's a shampoo. So the names of my products, I kept them very simple. Dilution ratio, also kept very simple on this. A 1 to 256 dilution. Why did I do that? Well, to make it super concentrated, so you guys use a lot less of this in your foam cannon or in your bucket, but to also match the dilution ratio, which is a classic for the rinseless wash, which is 256 to 1. So that means half an ounce for every gallon of water. So in your traditional 5-gallon bucket, I like to add 4 liters of water, and in those 4 liters, I'm only using 4 gallons of water, in the 5-gallon bucket. I'm only using 2 ounces of soap. That's it. And in your foam cannon, 1 ounce will give you very good foam, and then 2 ounces if you want to have an insane amount of thick, rich foam. So you're really not using a lot. We've seen products that require you to use 3 to 4 ounces to get that kind of foam. Well, not with the Clean by Pan, the Organizer shampoo. How did we achieve that? Well, through a cosmetic grade level of surfactants, different surfactants in there. You're going to get a 2-stage kind of foam on your vehicle, especially you're going to notice it when you're foaming it on, when you're starting to rinse. There's that first layer of foam, and then there's the second layer for the final rinse. It rinses off very freely, by the way, no residue left behind, no protection in this. This is just a pure shampoo. So it was important for me to have something that rinses freely because I don't want any residue left behind. You can still use this in direct sunlight, no problem. It's pH neutral or very close to it. Think something like a 7.4, 7.5 once it hits the surface, or once you use your contact mitt, diluted, all that kind of stuff. It's close to pH neutral. So very safe on waxes, safe on sealants, safe on ceramic coatings. Of course, on unprotected vehicle, absolutely fine as well. But those high quality surfactants in there, they provide strong degreasing capabilities, because it's not because something is pH neutral that it doesn't clean the surface as effectively. Now, of course, there will always be places for extreme situations of heavy grime and mineral water spot buildup with minerals, all that kind of stuff, where a high pH or low pH soap might still be important in the lineup. But for this, for the majority of your duties, especially for your regular washes, you're absolutely going to love this. Another thing that was important, very high lubrication. So lubricity on the surface. When you're using this, if you don't want to mar, when you're using your microfiber wash mitt or whatever wash media you're using, well, it's important to have great lubrication. So this soap works insane. What a shampoo. Again, everything I designed was to be the best of the best in the detailing world, in my opinion, but also in some testers' opinions, which you're going to see in future videos, and hopefully through you guys. I think my products will speak for themselves. Once you start using them, you're going to be hooked for life. You will not want to buy anything else. I am sure of that. That's all the hard work that I put into this, all the emotions, all the energy, all the passion. So 27 years of detailing experience went creating these with the teams of chemists, by the way, which again, I hired some of the brightest minds in the world and some of the highest reputation chemists. So I know if there's somebody out there that tries to talk trash about my products, I know they're just trolling and hating. That's how confident I am. We've again had some of the best guys in the industry work on these proprietary blends. Nobody else has these, by the way. I'm super proud that you guys are going to be able to have the best, truly the best detailing products in the world, according to me. And I know you're going to support me through insane with this full lineup, because you're going to enjoy using them. But we're creating something that is going to be industry disrupting, because we're doing the best raw materials. We're giving you the best bottles, the best trigger sprayers, but more importantly, the experience you're getting out of this. Not only is it stupid easy to use and apply all of my products, but you're gonna get the best performance out of them. So then my promise to you is to keep making sure that my products stay the best. If there's anything, any new technologies, there's new competitors out there, somebody comes up with something better, I'll find out and I'll make sure that we update the formulas and we go to work, because that's easy for me to do now. At this point, I can just turn around, talk to my chemists, and we're gonna come up with a plan for you. Of course, we're going to test before we launch, because that's all I've been doing for the last couple of months there. It's been insane. So test, different formulations up till we get to this point. So yeah, free rinsing, different surfactant blends inside there. It's absolutely insane. Once again, you can use it in your bucket for the contact wash. So half an ounce for every gallon of water, which means 2 ounces for your 4 gallons of water inside your 5-gallon wash bucket. In your foam cannon as well for your pre-soak or your pre-wash. So only an ounce for very good foam, or 2 ounces in your foam cannon for insane amounts of foam. I typically like to mix anywhere from 500 mils to 800 milliliters of water in the foam cannon. You can use warm water if you want to, but you don't have to. Cold water is just fine. And then I like to add that 2 ounces because I like that nice, thick, clingy foam, by the way, on the surface. Rinses away freely, and it just does a great job at cleaning. So yes, it can be used in the sun. So that's it, man. The crazy level of surfactants and all that kind of stuff that's in there, it doesn't leave any residue behind. And more importantly, this is a pure shampoo, just the way I love them. What is next? So we have a rinseless wash. What do I have to say about this? You guys know up to this day, I've always been a proponent of the traditional wash method with car shampoos, as much as I've tested very good rinseless washes, and there are tons of very good ones at this point. The competition is so good, especially in this past year to 2 years. I've never seen these many offerings of different rinseless washes. So the challenge I gave my chemists with this one, so this is the Clean by Pan, the Organizer Rinseless Wash. Let's have a look here. Once again, the simple name. The liquid inside there is kind of this coral color. And this was one of my favorite fragrances, along with the shampoo, by the way. But oh, you guys are going to love this, I'm telling you. Up to the scents, like we nailed everything. The colors, the scents even, but the performance, of course, is the most important to me. But we still went through the whole 9 yards to make sure you guys get a crazy experience. So this rinseless wash, my objective, or my most important thing that I challenged them with, the chemists, was to make sure that, you know what, make something that is going to be the first rinseless wash I'm actually excited to use, and they did that. Boy, did they ever do that. So this one here, guys, this is a polymer blend, but it also has surfactants in there. So some what am I saying? It has some premium stuff in there. I'm so excited, I'm missing my words. And very high lubrication for exceptional cleaning power. So polymer blend, you're going to see it has kind of a milky appearance. That's usually the telltale sign that it's a polymer blend. So the important thing for me was very good cleaning power. No joke cleaning power, because it's a rinseless wash, right? We're not using pressure washers. You can if you want to, because rinseless, by the way, look how I spelled this. Doesn't mean you never rinse. It just means you rinse less. So that's important. So yeah, you're rinsing less. If it's caked with a layer of mud, of course, you're going to pre-rinse the vehicle first, just like you would with a normal car shampoo, right? If the vehicle is caked in a layer of mud, there's no sense in spraying or foaming something in over a thick layer of mud. You'd pre-rinse first. So if the car is normally dirty, not a thick layer of mud, you can pre-soak or pre-wash with a snow foam on dry paint. That's what I usually like to do. Then rinse, foam, and wash. Well, the same principle with the rinseless wash. So if your vehicle is too dirty, pre-rinse first. If it's fine, then you can pre-soak, right? You're going to do your mix. So 1 to 256, standard dilution ratio for all the interior and exterior uses as well. So this you can use on interior surfaces, any interior surface. Your infotainment display, your glass, it's tin safe, by the way, leather, plastic, rubber, dash, all that stuff. And of course, to clean all the exterior surfaces. So I wanted something versatile. So always the 256 to 1 dilution ratio, which is half an ounce for every gallon of water. So very simple to use in that sense. So in a traditional 5-gallon bucket, if you're using 4 gallons of water, you'd be using 2 ounces of this product, or 60 milliliters, because every ounce is 30 milliliters. So very simple. So in your 4 gallons of water, 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of rinseless wash. You mix that up there. Use your favorite wash media. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be a premium dedicated rinseless sponge. It can be a microfiber wash mitt. It can be microfiber towels, whatever you feel comfortable with. And so, yeah, you just go to town. You're going to fill in your pump sprayer as well with that same solution once you mix that inside your bucket. So you take your pump sprayer, you fill that up, you close it, you pump your pump sprayer to prime it up, and then you pre-spray on the entire vehicle. You're going to let that dwell a bit, and then you're going to start using your wash sponge. You're going to dunk it into your wash solution, get it to a point where it's on the verge of dripping. So get a lot of that water out, but leave it to a point where it's on the verge of dripping, and then in nice linear motions, soft strokes, you don't have to apply any pressure, you're going to see this cleaning power. I mean, just the pre-soak with this on a bug-infested front end was insane. The bugs were almost melting off. It's crazy. Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you something. For the this one here, the shampoo, it is insane the kind of stuff that you can do with this, because you can use it if you want as a clay lubricant. You would put half an ounce of this in a 32-ounce spray bottle, and you can use it as a bug pre-treat, by the way. So you'd put an ounce of this in a 32-ounce bottle. It is super effective. So getting back to the rinseless wash, you did your dilution, you're doing your washing, you're cleaning your vehicle. This is another one that is sun friendly. So you can clean your car outside, because the polymer spots that are left behind, well, they just wipe off super easily if you forgot or let your product dry on the surface. Of course, when you're working in the baking sun, I highly recommend that you do panel per panel, dry it off, and then move to the next panel, so on and so forth. It just makes your life easier. But note that you can use this outside. And if you see some polymer spots, once again, because you forgot to wipe an area, just re-soak with your sprayer, with your pump sprayer, and then take your microfiber drying towel and dry, because this is its own drying aid, by the way. So there's so much lubrication in there, and it leaves a nice, silky, smooth finish to the touch. But I didn't want it to leave anything stout or long-lasting behind, because for me it's important to have something pure that doesn't leave any protection behind. So there's nothing that this leaves that cures on the surface or that's going to give long-term protection. It's just to have a satisfying, smooth, silky finish when you're done using it, and I absolutely love this. But again, nothing stout, nothing durable, nothing cures. So if you're going to coat after this, no problem. You'd use your panel prep spray like you would before applying a coating, or your wax or your sealant, and that's enough to remove whatever's on there, because again, it only stays on the surface. There's nothing that cures on there, and just maybe a day's worth of whatever residue, I should say, it leaves behind, because there's no real residue. This is still very surfactant heavy. So polymer blend, very high cleaning power, but it's going to give you that beautiful effect at the end. Just that light silky. I'm telling you, you're going to love this. That silky to the touch, kind of smooth. So yeah, the premium stuff that's in there. Once again, premium blend of all the surfactants that's in there. Very high lubrication, exceptional cleaning power. The only time you'd use a different dilution is if you want to use this as a waterless wash. So for the waterless wash, it's 1:28:1 dilution ratio, or 1 ounce for every gallon of water. That's the only time you'd use the 1:28:1, because all the other uses, both inside and out of your vehicle, are 2:56:1. So half an ounce for every gallon of water. So insane rinseless wash. Once again, I don't know what more to say. You guys are going to absolutely be thrilled with every single one of these products. So next up, we have something, I'm all super proud of these, but they're all good. But I know this is going to be a hit maker with anyone out there, because it resolves the issue of people being scared about paint correction or machine polishing. So this is, you guessed it, my spray polish. So in there's this kind of mango daiquiri style color. It smells pretty awesome as well. So it's the spray polish. Again, the clean aesthetics. You get the Tolco sprayer. So the good advantage of this, why did I have this created? I was tired, and I heard you guys, whether you're professionals or DIYers, saying that, listen, it gets confusing. We see in some videos, you have like 8, 10, 12 different choices of compounds, 15 different polishes. There's some semi-polishes, finishing polishes, jeweling polishes, coarse compounds, medium compounds. It just gets so complicated. And don't even start with the pads, right? You can have like, I don't know, 20 different selections of pads, because of course, different paint types, different levels of paint correction. You have to select the right combo. So this kind of gets expensive, first of all, because you have to buy a lot of different pads, polishes, compounds in your arsenal. and they don't necessarily always work well, or it's just a headache to try and figure out the combo. So I wanted to make something simple. So here comes the spray polish. What's so amazing about this one? Well, first of all, it has premium abrasive technology. When I'm saying premium, I can't reveal much because we're under NDAs and I wouldn't want to reveal too much because I don't want to give competitors a leg up on this because that's how good it is. So the latest in abrasive technology. So you're combining the cutting power of a compound with the finishing power of a polish. So if you use this with a cutting pad, and I have some pads very simple that you're going to see in just a few seconds. If you're combining this spray polish with a cutting pad, you're going to get the compound effect, or that cutting. If you're pairing the spray polish with a polishing pad or a jeweling pad, you're going to get the polishing effect. Also, you're using very little of this. I don't even have a gallon size of the spray polish because it's going to last forever. You're really not using a lot. So to prime your pad when your pad is fresh and new, 2 sprays inside the pad, then you use it, and for every other pass, you're only going to recharge your pad with 1 spray. If you feel that it starts to get grabby on the surface, that means you're out of polish. You spray another directly on the pad itself, and you continue on. You get an even distribution. You don't have to worry about how many pea-size drops, how much product am I wasting? Do I have to prime the pad with a thing or a buttering knife or your fingers to spread it across? Nope, this does that for you. And it works. So only usually, of course, you're going to have to see how it works for you on your surfaces, but normally only 2 passes is what it works with the best. So you don't have to do 3, 4, 5 different passes. So 2 passes means 1 up and down and 1 left and right, and that's pretty much it. So on the first pass, you're doing the cutting. So that's the first pass, you're removing the majority of the defects. And with your second pass, you're doing the polishing or refining. So it's pretty awesome. So regardless what you have, trashed black GM paint, which is some of the most finicky and softest paint on the market. If you guys are professional detailers, you know about this. But regardless, if it's Japanese soft paint or German hard paint, medium paint, whatever it is, this doesn't care. It can remove, by the way, sanding marks all the way down to 1,000 grit. So 1,200, 1,000 grit, no problem. This can do that. And it's just the speed. So you guys, not only are you not paying a lot for this because it's going to last forever, it is the speed and ease of use. Some people say, oh, you know, a product dusts too much. So some brands started releasing some low dusting. Well, this is no dusting. It's also, no dusting. When you're using this, there's no dust. It's just that simple. Also, there's no fillers, and it's body shop safe, so no silicones inside there. That was very important. I didn't want a polish that would mask defects instead of actually showing you the true results. So there's no fillers inside here. Also, there's no heavy oils that stay forever, and you need 50 passes of the panel prep spray. Once you're done with this, it barely leaves, well, nothing behind. It leaves no residue. There should be no polishing oils left behind, or very little for lubrication. And once you use my panel prep spray, that's it. You're going to be on bare clear coat, ready to apply your protection. So that was important to me. Nothing left behind with this. And it's just that easy and that quick to use. Now, for the pads, I had to come up with something special for you guys, but I wanted to keep it simple, stupid simple. So you're going to have a choice of 3 pads. So right now, they're in the final stage of approval. So I'm going to show you what they are. Note that there are some that the looks might change once you get them, but you're going to get the gist of it. So this one here, this is my wool cutting pad. Some premium wool fibers in there with custom Pan the Organizer logos. You're also going to see the backing plate, the hook and loop, the Velcro in the back will have my logo on there. So this is not the final production, but it gives you an idea. So there's this nice thick plush foam on there, of course, as well, to absorb some of that vibration, but you're going to get the majority of the energy transferred to this. So this is your cutting pad. So if you want to use it as a compound with the spray polish, you'd use this pad. The next pad is what I call my, one step. If you want to use it for a one-step paint polish, it's my polishing pad. So this is not the final color once again, and the Velcro in the back will have my logo on it, but it's going to be a foam polishing pad. So if you just want to do a one-step, if your customer is asking for only one-step paint correction, or you have only moderate to light paint defects, you don't have to use the cutting pad. You can just use this with the spray polish, call it a day. So the color is going to change again in a bit of that foam technology for the ones that I approved, but note that it's going to be similar to that. And the last, that's it, only 3 pads in the lineup. The last one is this super soft jeweling pad. So this is for the lash finishing stages. And regardless, by the way, all 3 pads Whether you're using a rotary, a dual action, or a gear-driven or forced rotation polisher, it doesn't mind. These pads are good with all of them. So this is the jeweling pad. This is especially amazing for those who have a DA or a rotary to get that final level of gloss. It is super, super soft. All of these are made by some of the best manufacturers in the world for the pads, by the way. I only wanted the best of the best. So for the chemicals, I had a team of chemists. But for pads, believe it or not, there are not that many brands that have the technology to make their own pads like this. So the foam and all that kind of stuff, where they source it from, I wanted to have the best of the best for you guys. So a very simple lineup, as you can tell. So we're going to have a wool cutting pad, a polishing pad out of foam, and another foam jeweling pad for the last and final step. So that's it. And you're going to get kits, by the way, on my channel as well. Check the kits on my channel, on my webpage, so cleanbypan.com. I have a bunch of kits ready for you guys so you can save some money as well, save on shipping, all that kind of stuff. So the spray polish, 3 pads, that's it. You have an entire lineup capable of attacking any defect on any vehicle, pretty much, any type of paint. There's no worrying about it. You only have one system. It takes all the guesswork away for you, but more importantly, you're going to do things quickly and efficiently. So this was made for speed and for super high quality cutting and finishing. So again, with this, 2 sprays to prime the pad, right? And then from then on, for your additional passes, 1 spray. Or if you feel that it's starting to get dry on you, just add another spray, no worry. So it's going to spread that evenly. You're going to do 2 passes. Try with that, right? You can do 3 or 4 if you want, but the 2 passes is normally the only thing that you'll need. So first pass up and down, that's going to do the cutting. Second pass left and right is what's going to do your finishing, and the results are insane. So once you're done with the spray polish, guys, and believe me, it is amazing to use with the Pan the Organizer pads, clean by Pan the Organizer. Your next step to remove any residue or polishing oils. If you're not using my spray polish, some of them might have oils and fillers in them. So before you apply your protection, you're going to want to use a panel prep spray. And what a surprise. Not only do I have one, but look how simple. Once again, it's a panel prep spray. No surprise in there. So mine is a water-based formula, but it has a blend of solvents and surfactants in there and a bit of isopropyl alcohol, but the isopropyl alcohol is more for that evaporation, so that super quick flashing. That's one thing testers of this found, was like how quickly it flashes away all the lubrication that's on there to do a clean job, because once you're done polishing, the last thing you want is to start marring the surface again, to add scratches and swirls when you're wiping with your panel prep and microfiber applicator or microfiber towel. So you want this to glide on the surface, and I wanted all of that. Now, why do we also have some surfactants and solvents in there? Not only the isopropyl alcohol, because a lot of people actually make their own IPA mix at home, but it's just pure isopropyl alcohol. Well, that alone is not enough to kill and remove or pull the oils up and then remove it, right? Only thing isopropyl alcohol can help to do is to break down a bit of that surface kind of oils that are on there. So the principle is, if you were to view your clear coat through a magnifying glass or a microscope, you'd see that there are hills and valleys, right? So when you're polishing, all that polishing oils, they accumulate in these hills and valleys, and the isopropyl alcohol alone is not enough to pull the oils and the fillers out of the pores themselves, and so they're still stuck in there. So you think you're removing whatever polishing oils and residue there are before you apply your coating, but you're not. And that's often, believe it or not, one of the failure points why people have coatings fail. Well, they said, wow, I did the whole decontamination, I did the machine polishing, I wiped my entire car with an IPA, and then it still failed. Well, because you're not degreasing the surface appropriately. An IPA alone will not degrease the surface. You need surfactants for that. So in here, we have that premium blend of surfactants that's going to help to pull all those oils and fillers up to the top. Then you get the solvents and the IPA that help to dissolve those oils and those fillers and remove them off, and you're wiping them with your microfiber towel. I like to spray a few sprays of this onto the towel, wipe it on the surface, flip to a clean and dry side, or use a second clean and dry towel to remove whatever residue's on there, and you're good to go. Of course, you can spray directly on the surface if you want. Just be mindful of surfaces that are near that you can have some overspray on. Like with any panel prep spray, you want to be mindful to not cross-contaminate other surfaces or leave that to dry. But yeah, this is a very, very powerful one, and it just works so well, and you can be ensured that you're going to get that squeaky effect at the end, so you will have removed everything that's on the surface. Another way you can test when you're done using a panel prep spray, if you've removed everything, if you're flooding water on the surface, if the water is sticking and pooling and it's slow to sheet off, you know you removed every other oil or filler or previous protection through your polishing and the panel prep spray, so you're good to apply your protection. If it's still super tight and around water beading, probably need to continue machine polishing until you fully remove that. Then do your panel prep spray. But yeah, this is killer. It also smells amazing. So you're going to get that light alcohol scent, but with a fragrance, again, like all my products, that is not overpowering, not overbearing, just makes the experience more pleasant. So I think this is definitely one of the best panel preps in the world. No, I'm going to say it. This is the best panel prep spray I've ever tested, like all of my products. Forget one of the best. I don't want to be second or fourth best. With the Clean by Pan the Organizer products, you're guaranteed from me to have the best products that I have ever tested personally, period. So it's water-based. Also, it's safe on tinted glass. So if you want to clean your interior windows and they're tint filmed, they're tinted, I mean, no problem. And also to degrease the interior of your windshield. If you remember, a trick that I gave is to use some dissolved dishwashing liquid in warm water. You're going to clean your glass with that, squeegee it up, and then you use your glass cleaner to clean it. It's going to remove that interior film that builds up from the off-gassing of your materials. It creates that veil inside of your windshield. Well, this is finally a product that I'm proud to say will definitely help that, because there are some surfactants in there, just like a dishwashing liquid has, but just this is some premium stuff, and you get the gliding effect because this has great lubrication. You get the solvents, and you get, by the way, this is a low VOC, compliant in any state. There are some panel preps out there that you know cannot be sent to states like California because of VOC regulations. We made sure we're at the forefront of all that. Safe to use, safe for you, safe for the environment, and also are going to respect all regulations moving forward even. So I'm very proud of my team for that. I wanted premium proprietary blends, and that's exactly what you guys are getting. Okay, let's move to another one. Well, all of them are flagships in my lineup because I love them all. Really, they're so amazing. So this one here, you guys requested to make sure that I had something like this in my lineup. So this here is my ceramic spray sealant. Once again, what did I call it? Ceramic spray sealant. No confusion in my line, right? So we get this awesome kind of raspberry color here, and you get, of course, the keep it tight, keep it clean motto on there. You get the cleanbypan.com, the proprietary premium blends. Like all of them, you have the QR code that you can scan with your mobile device. Again, brings you to the website. You get more info. You get access to the SDS information as well. No secrets for Pan the Organizer viewers. You guys get access to everything. So this one here, what's the durability out of it? Probably one of the most important things, because there's so many battles out there that I've done myself also. We're always looking for somebody who doesn't want to go for a full-blown glass bottle coating that's a multi-year coating. Some people just like something that can last a few months up to a year. Well, this one is 6 to 12 months. So even on neglected vehicle, this should easily last 6 months. If you have a vehicle you take care of, you wash regularly, well, this can last up to 12 months. By the way, now that it comes to mind, for the ceramic coatings, one thing that was very important for me, there's no maintenance required. No toppers. That is something that's pretty rare out there. So yeah, no maintenance other than regular washing with a pH neutral wax-free shampoo. Whatever decon you guys have to do, iron removers every now and then to remove brake dust, all that kind of stuff. But as far as replenishing with spray sealants and all that kind of stuff, none is needed. You're still getting the years of durability. So I thought that was important too, that it's important to have something that doesn't require like layer after layer after layer of maintenance, because then you don't even know anymore. Is the coating still there? Is it my top layer that's protecting the vehicle? Who knows? So with these, you don't need to. Can you apply a ceramic or graphene-based spray sealant or quick detail spray, whatever you guys like? Absolutely. Some people, myself included, after a wash, want to boost that gloss, want to boost that slickness even more. Use something as a drying aid. That's totally fine. You can, but just note that it's not mandatory. So to get back to the ceramic spray sealant, we're talking 6 to 12 months of durability. This, believe it or not, we have all these raw technologies in there, including a highly reactive and active amino functional group in there within that ceramic polymer technology. So that means what? That it actually cures on the surface. This just not sits on top like a lot of them do. That's why they don't last more than a few weeks, sometimes a few months if we're lucky. But the best ones out there, they actually cure on the surface. And this is what this does. All that still out of a water-based formula, which is also impressive. Smells amazing, but important for me was to have something not only durable, but also give you chemical resistance. So you're getting pH 1 to 14, just like the ceramic coatings. So this is still super stout. And you're getting all that technology and the UV protection and all that kind of good stuff, but I wanted it easy to apply. Few sprays per panel, 1 or 2 sprays, don't go crazy on this, and that's all you need. So you'd spray either on your panel or on your microfiber towel, 1 or 2 sprays per panel. You're gonna wipe that in, flip the towel to the clean and dry side, or use a second clean and dry towel and buff to a high gloss shine. You can use this in direct sunlight, by the way. It's sun friendly, because I always have mobile detailers as well in mind, but also DIYers out there who have no choice but to work in the sun because they don't have a garage. So all my products are sun friendly, except for the coatings. These you still want to apply in the shade on a cool surface to get the best user experience. You don't want to create issues for yourself with high spots and that kind of thing, although they're the easiest to use in the world, but it's more for the user experience. But for the spray polish as well, not that you can't use it in direct sunlight because mobile detailers know how to deal with that, but you don't want to polish vehicles or do paint correction in sunlight when it's baking heat, because hot panels don't lead to proper correction. Always work on cool panels in the shade when you're doing paint correction, right guys? So yeah, you're getting the whole 9 yards. You're getting a jetting effect, so a darkening or an enriching effect on the surface to beautify it. Crazy gloss, crazy slickness, hydrophobic properties, insane. Also, this plays well with existing ceramic coatings, so it will not downplay the properties of your coating, will not make it worse. If anything, if you have not that good of a coating or it hasn't been doing well for you, this will make the water behavior a lot better. So the hydrophobics are insane. And so yeah, 6 to 12 months of protection, water-based formula, UV protection, all that kind of stuff in there. But it's the uses out of this. You can apply this on glossy surfaces, so paint, PPF or vinyl wraps, but also on matte surfaces. Again, matte paint, matte PPF, and matte vinyl wraps. So yes, it will enrich the surface. It will not make matte surfaces look glossy. It will just make them look deeper, richer, amazing. If you're to use this on matte surfaces, it's better that you spray on the towel, not on the surface, and then wipe the towel on the surface to apply it. And yeah, it's just so versatile. You can use this on glass, wheels, paint, headlights, taillights, plastics, you name it. Pretty much every exterior surface you can think of, just like my ceramic coatings, right? They're super versatile. I wanted you to be able to use this in the most versatile of ways. And also, I think this is rare in this kind of product that gives you this kind of performance. You can use it in one of 3 ways. So if you look here in the back, my instructions, by the way, for every product will always be simple. You can use this on dry paint as a quick detail spray. You can use this as a drying aid on a wet surface. So you cleaned your car, you rinsed it off while it's still wet. You spray a few sprays per panel, and then you take your microfiber drying towel and you dry the surface. Or you can use this as a spray-on rinse-off sealant. So you washed your car, you rinsed it while it's still wet. You would spray 1 or 2 sprays per panel for this. You take your pressure washer or your garden hose, you rinse from bottom to top to distribute the product evenly on the surface, and that's it. You use it as a spray-on rinse-off sealant, and you're gonna get a lot of protection. Of course, keep in mind, to get the most durability, if you're looking for 6 to 12 months, you're going to apply this on well-washed, decontaminated, and dry paint. Very important. So the other 2 methods, as a drying aid and a spray-on rinse-off sealant, you're going to get a bit less durability because you're diluting this on the surface when you're using it with all that water, right? But yeah, you can use this those 3 ways. So quick detail spray, drying aid on wet surface, or spray-on rinse-off sealant. Oh, my mind is blown with all this stuff. So you're getting this insane performance. By the way, all this you're getting with a very quick curing time. That's that active portions of the ingredients and the polymer blend ceramic technology that's in there. So this, after only 10 minutes, you are good to go. You can drive off in the elements, and after an hour only, that's it. You can wash your car after an hour. How insane is that? So there are some products that require 6, 12, 24 hours of curing when you apply to get this kind of durability on them, especially the higher durability ones. But this one, 10 minutes, you're good to go. An hour later, you're even good to wash your car. Speechless. I should do a mic drop with this, but I don't want to drop it on the floor, right? I absolutely love this. Once again, let me show you how awesome this is. What do you guys think about the labels and the logos and all that kind of thing? Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. So once again, there's also additives inside there to boost gloss and the slickness, and you can use this outside, but it's super quick curing, only 10 minutes and you're good to go. You're gonna see in the in-depth testing that we did just how bananas this is as well for chemical resistance. So you're getting everything in the whole 9 yards. You can apply this, by the way, on top of existing waxes, existing sealants, or ceramic coatings, or unprotected paint, whatever, it doesn't matter. Glossy surface, matte surface, it doesn't matter. Paint, PPF, vinyl wraps, it doesn't matter. Glass, wheels, paint, plastics, lights, even your exhaust tips, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. That's how versatile this is. You won't need different products for different surfaces with Pan the Organizer. Clean by Pan the Organizer products, I mean, you're gonna use them. They're very universal. And again, for the quality that you're getting, they are more than competitively priced. I could have easily priced all of these way more than they are. So hopefully you appreciate this effort. I made sure to keep the profits lower per bottle sold because I knew I have a big audience. So it doesn't matter to me if I'm making less per bottle, but we're going for volume. You guys are a lot. You're going to be many supporting this. So I'm like, you know what? Let's give the best premium products in there, the best raw ingredients. I want the best sprayers, the best bottles, the best everything, the best performance. And let's keep the cost as reasonable as possible. Again, I'm not competing with the entry-level brands, right? Keep that in mind. This is a premium brand, but in the top tier segment, I think I'm more than competitively priced. And so yeah, of course, I still want it to be a very successful endeavor, right? I don't start businesses for the fun of it. I like to be successful in life. And so I'm putting all my effort, energy, and passion into these. But I want you guys to understand that you're getting a lot of value for your money. So last but not least in my lineup of products for the initial launch is, look at this, tire dressing. Oh, can a tire dressing be special? Yes, it can. And you're going to find out why. Okay. Again, here, look at this. Tire dressing. That's how simple this is. This one here doesn't have any color under this light gray thing, but it's transparent, and this is an odorless product in there. I just wanted it to be transparent for this one. Once again, you have the push-up cap here. So the shampoo, the rinseless wash, and the tire dressing, they come with the push-up caps that I like to distribute the products. The other three, they have sprayers, the Toco sprayers that we all love. So again, just some high quality stuff, but look at this. Oh, hopefully you guys love the branding as much as I do. So imagine all of these on your shelves. Once again, look how sexy this light up looks. And the gallons even, whatever you guys want. On the gallon sizes, by the way, what I liked is if you look, you have the label, right? So you have the QR code for the SDS sheet and the information and to order more product. You have the basic kind of stuff there. You even have my simple instructions that I always made sure are simple to read, not boring, and they bring you straight to the point. But on the gallons, we even have these windows. So here, you see that? You can see the liquid, the quantity that's in there. So you see the color of the liquid, but you see the window to tell you how much quantity is inside there. So I think that was a nice added touch. So what's special about a tire dressing? Well, the important one for me, you guys know if you follow my videos, which ones I prefer on the market. The traditional water-based ones, although I like the finish, they only typically last a few days to maybe a week or so, sometimes a bit more. But as soon as there is rain outside, because they're water-based, they get washed out easily and they don't last much, and they certainly don't go through a round of a tire dressing or a tire dressing cleaner, or a tire cleaner, should I say. So they're not super durable. So the other option, but if done well, is to use a solvent-based tire dressing. And this is the Clean by Pan tire dressing. So it's a solvent-based tire dressing. However, the cool thing about this, it's going to give you UV protection. Obviously, that's very important, but it's going to be durable for up to a month in most situations. And on garage-kept vehicles with lower mileage, well-kept kind of thing, it's going to go well above that, 2-3 months. Who knows? It depends, of course. But you should get at least a month out of this in regular use. And those solvents, by the way, are also, it was important for me to not be damageable for the rubber. So it is very, very safe. And it's actually going to cure on the surface. What? Yup. A tire dressing that cures on the surface. So once you apply this, after 10 minutes, you can drive off in the elements. It's going to be dry to the touch. And if it's raining, if there's snow, it doesn't matter. And then after just an hour, that is the optimal situation. If you can wait an hour, you get that full chemical cure as well. So you apply it, wait 10 minutes, you can drive off if you really need to, but if you can, wait an hour. That's for the best case scenario. You're gonna get that full curing on the surface. So it truly bonds to the rubber. It protects the rubber from fading, cracking. It prevents the ozonites from exiting. So it keeps those ozonites that you need, the anti-oxians, inside the rubber to keep it supple, to prevent it from fading, cracking. So it plays well with those. You get that UV protection, once again, preventing rotting, fading, and cracking, and all that kind of stuff. And the chemical resistance of this is insane. First of all, how is the finish of this? So it gives you that not overly oily looking. So I don't like those glazed donuts look, but it doesn't give you something that's so matte you can't even notice it on the surface. So it gives you that dark satin sheen. I call it the Goldilocks finish. That's what I prefer the most. But note that you can layer this. So if you do like a glossier appearance, once you're done applying this, so you would apply it to every tire, go around your vehicle, come back to your first tire and apply your second layer. Do the entire vehicle once again, and then you wait 10 minutes. Ideally, you wait up to an hour, but after 10 minutes, it's good to go. So 2 layers on there and you're gonna get an even glossier appearance. But believe me, I think that 1 layer is just chef's kiss. And this resists a lot of rounds of chemicals, even tire cleaners that normally a tire dressing would not resist. And so this is, I'd say, a good medium between a full-blown tire coating that will sometimes be patchy when it starts to fade over a few months. So those do last many months, but they're more difficult to apply. They take more prep and they become patchy after a while. You can't really remove them because chemicals won't remove them, so it gets kind of complicated. And then the water-based dressings don't really last long, and the effect, especially if you drive in the rain, you're already done, or even sometimes just using a pressure washer, you remove pretty much the entirety of it. So this should be more like a tire sealant kind of thing, and in between for durability. So you're getting up to a month, but you're getting all the benefits and also some chemical resistance. So I'm not saying go to town with 12 rounds of your favorite tire cleaner, because there's a certain limit to these things, but this can definitely resist a few rounds of a dedicated tire cleaner if need be, because you don't need a tire cleaner with this. What I found is if you have a separate wheel bucket, just put a bit of shampoo in there, the same shampoo that you use to clean your car, like the Clean by Pan, the organizer shampoo. And that's all you need. Take a microfiber towel, go around your tire, it's going to clean it, and that's it. You're going to see another cool part that this has. It adds a kind of cool hydrophobic layer that is repellent of dirt and dust. So it does that by curing on the surface, and it provides that hydrophobic barrier. So it means that you're going to see the water droplets when you're spraying water on there. So it repels water, but it also repels dirt and dust. So your tires don't look as disgusting, especially if you've been in the rain and then you come back and it dries off. That has a tendency to attract a lot of dirt and dust. Well, this doesn't do that as much. It's going to keep that nice, dark, rich effect, that satin sheen that you all like. I absolutely love. And again, if you want just a glossier look, just apply 2 layers. Do your entire vehicle, come back to the first tire, apply your second coat, wait those 10 minutes, dry to the touch, and then you can enjoy if you would like that more glossy kind of appearance. But once again, this here, I think it has the whole 9 yards. In my own testing, on my own vehicle, this lasted many, many weeks. The testing bottle that I had, the liquid, we tried some color and scent. It didn't make as much sense for the tire dressing, so in the end I just went for the final approval. I just said remove the dye and remove the scent in there, but the final formula was still amazing because it lasted for many, many weeks. Even after 4 weeks, it was still on my Porsche tires. So that's how good it is. Repels dirt, repels water, UV protection. You're getting everything, that nice dark satin effect, and it just cures on the surface, and it'll give you chemical resistance. You see how I can go on and on about the products? So they look simple when you say like tire dressing. How complicated can it be? Well, I like to put everything in the whole 9 yards in all of these detailing products, chemicals, and all that kind of stuff. Soon you're also going to see on the cleanbypan.com website, you're going to see another thing, because the website itself, by the way, it looks insane. So not only is it simple in appearance, we worked with the Shopify app to make your user experience very, very good. Overall, you're going to see just how simple it is to add things to your cart, the overall checkout experience, all that kind of stuff. It just makes for a better user experience. So you're going to land on the cleanbypan.com main webpage, again, hosted by the House of Rags, the official distributors of the Clean by Pan, the organizer products worldwide, by the way, for distribution. And so you're going to see how simple it is, how everything is beautifully laid out, beautiful website. But there's another cool thing that I added in there is Pan's top picks. So of course you guys know I still love all the other brands that I had been raving about through all the years. I still have many great friends in the industry. That's still important. I created bonds with them. And it's not because I have my own lineup that I stop liking everything else. That doesn't make any sense to me. And so in the Pan's top picks, you will have some of my favorite products through the years that are there for you guys to also add. So you want to pick up some Clean by Pan stuff, because as you guys saw, I have 8 chemicals in total. So 2 ceramic coatings and 6 different bottles here. So for a total of 8, there's a lot of products that I don't have in my lineup yet that you're going to find on there, or some other competitors' great stuff that I can also still recommend, because that doesn't change. Whatever was good in the past is still very, very good. And so it will be my pleasure to have you guys shop through that Pan's top picks. You're going to find some cool new things in there as well. And as time progresses and I'm testing new products, because I'm still going to always test some cool stuff, guys. Again, I only have like 8 chemicals in the lineup, and there's so many more different categories, many things to add. You guys are going to give me feedback as well as to what you'd want. There's things that are in the works right now for future chemicals, but there might be things, I don't know, you want an eye remover, you want a dedicated bug remover, a tar remover, whatever it may be, even some tools that are coming. I'm not going to say much more on that, but some tools, some equipment, custom stuff, just the best of the best at competitive prices once again. So you're getting premium proprietary blends, best performance, but always at competitive prices. Again, I'm not competing with the lower level, entry level, big box store, auto parts store type things. This is a premium line. But in the top of the top, that top tier, I'm always going to stay competitive. That's again my promise to you guys. I think you're going to enjoy the prices. So regardless if it's 16 ounce or the bigger gallon sizes, you're going to love these products. Believe me. Again, drop the comments. I think they're going to speak for themselves. Once you guys start testing these, you're going to go bananas. So once again, I want to remind you the most important things out there. So I founded this company on the principle of the trust that you have for me. For over 8 years at this point, as of September 2024, I've been doing detailing videos on YouTube, and you have me as your most trusted source. You guys tell me that often, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for that. And this endeavor wouldn't be possible either if you guys weren't there supporting me. I know you came with full support when I announced kind of a teaser in my Wash and Talk episode 4 video that I would be releasing my own brand. When I saw that overwhelming amount of support, it was like, what, almost 50,000 views in this first week, and way over 2,000 comments at that point. It was crazy. You guys were excited. You couldn't wait for it. And I know you guys said, like, is it going to be available in Europe? Am I going to have it in UK? Am I going to have it in Australia? So once again, yes, availability in USA and Canada at the moment of launch, followed very shortly by the UK and all of Europe, and also Australia and Japan coming soon. And we're going to add more countries as we sign different deals of distribution with different countries too around the world. So if you're in a country that doesn't have the Pan the Organizer or Clean by Pan the Organizer products, drop a comment. And of course, we're going to try and hook you guys up. It is more complicated than I would have ever thought to do it the right way. So the easy way is to just white label some stuff, change the color, change the fragrance, call it a day, release that. Cheap ingredients, cheap products, maximum profits, and then you're laughing your way all the way to the bank. But then people test your products, they're underwhelmed, they're not that great. I wanted to go a completely different route. This is a very costly endeavor, by the way, for anybody who thinks this comes cheap. No, I put my life's work into this. It takes a lot to get to this point. And also to develop future products, right? So I could have started with a lineup of 50 if I wanted the white labeling road and have all the products available possible, but that wasn't my goal, was to have proprietary blends. So this takes time to develop. So we're starting with what I call my core lineup, and we'll be adding as we're doing more testing, more R&D. So again, I have teams of chemists from different labs. They don't work together. They work against each other, actually, meaning they're competing to have the Clean by Pan logo on bottles. So around the world, I have different chemists that I can go to. I wanted the brightest minds, the people who aren't scared of R&D, and one thing they thank me for is thanks to my knowledge of biochemistry and molecular biology, because you guys know at that point, if you've been watching my channel, that's what I studied when I was in university. So I can have these heart-to-hearts with them. And one thing I told them, you guys, for me, you're artists. So I'm giving you, like, forget about budget. Don't worry about the cost of things. I will figure pricing out myself afterwards. What I want you to do is think outside the box, take all my top picks in every single one of my category, it has to be better. Don't come with something that's equal or a little under that and say, well, we have some of the best. No, I don't want some of the best. I wanted the best of the best for you guys, the Pan the Organizer family. So I'm so happy that you'll be able to have them in your own hands. Wait until you start testing them. I know you will love them for sure. And so, yeah, it was important for me to give them free reins. I'm like, think outside the box, come out with stuff. And I want to tick all the boxes. If I'm looking at the ceramic coating, right? Only an hour of curing, pH 1 to 14 resistance. After only 12 hours, you can start washing it with a pH neutral kind of soap. It has all the UV protection, the gloss, the slickness, the ease of application. I want it to be the easiest to apply, yet to have the most durability, insane hydrophobics. I want it all. Give it to me all. For the ceramic spray sealant, I want it all. Give me it on dry. I want to apply it on wet. I want to use it as a spray on rinse off. I want 6 to 12 months of protection. I want a water-based formula. I want something that's safe. I want something that's glossy, something that will give us chemical resistance, something I can apply on matte, on glossy. It doesn't matter. So I just kept asking for more and more. Who comes up with a tire dressing like this that has the durability, chemical resistance, hydrophobic properties, dirt and dust repellent, fast curing in only 10 minutes, an hour later you're like more than good to go. Like all this stuff, there's a lot of tech. The spray polish, so easy to use, quick cutting, quick polishing, all within one. A simple trio of pads that you have for your lineup that does the entire work, so it removes all the guesswork. The best shampoo in the business, heavily concentrated. You're getting great foam, great lubrication on the surface, no residue left behind. You can use these products in direct sunlight. The rinseless wash, probably the best in the business, not probably the best. Crazy cleaning abilities, very good lubrication, gives that nice velvety, soft, smooth touch at the end. You're going to enjoy using it. The bugs almost melt away with this. You're almost no scrubbing action needed. You can use this on the interior, on the exterior. Best panel prep in the business. Again, some solvents, a bit of surfactants, some isopropyl alcohol for the evaporation rate in there, flashes off quickly, removes those polishing oils and residue. I mean, I just can go on and on and on. Hopefully you enjoy the packaging, the branding, 16 ounces, gallon sizes. I don't know what there's so much. Hopefully I told you everything. But in case I missed something about these products, again, in the coming days and weeks, you're going to see a deep dive into every single one of these products. So more in-depth review, presentation, crazy testing with special guests. We're going to the extreme. We're going to show you when I'm saying that these are the best, you're going to see them. But once again, I can say whatever I want about my products, right? At the end of the day, it's you guys that counts the most. Leave comments when you test them. Let me know if you're excited. Drop comments for that as well. I'm sure that you're going to be over the moon. And I wanted something simple, as you saw. No 15 different shampoos, no 24 rinseless washes, no 32 different spray waxes, not a choice between 15 different tire dressings, not 20 different polishing pads, 52 different compounding pads, 32 different polishes, 8 or 9 or 15 different compounds, and just a simple lineup. Even the names are simple. So I hope you enjoy that. I really tried to do my best with this. Like I cannot stop smiling. I could talk about it from morning to all the way till the night. I'm proud. I'm happy. I am. It's like a father that's letting loose his children now. You guys are going to be able to enjoy these products. Again, give me some feedback. Show me some support. Hopefully you guys will jump on the Clean by Pan, the organizer bandwagon. It's here. It's been a long time coming. I had promised to reach over 1 million subscribers before launching my own brand. So it took all these years, right? We built a relationship of trust, you and I know that you understand when Pan, the organizer, recommends something, especially if he puts his own stamp of approval on his own lineup, you can rest assured that it has to be the cream of the crop. Again, nothing but the best for the Pan the Organizer viewers, subscribers, followers. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok as well if you haven't seen those, at Pan the Organizer. And there's a lot more things to come. You're going to see me use these in many videos. Customers' vehicles, you're going to see all their reactions. There's so much cool stuff coming up. But the most important ones, I think, are the first ones, those deeper dives and the crazy testing. You guys are going to go, you went to that extreme, Pan? This is what you're willing to show us? That's how crazy those are? Yep. Things that you guys would never, ever think of doing on your vehicles to use them. We went to that extreme just to prove to ourselves that yeah, they can do all that and more, and just tick all the boxes of all your hopes and dreams that you had for all these products. Once again, right? 2 ceramic coatings, a 3-year and an 8-year, a car shampoo. You get the rinseless wash, the spray polish, the panel prep spray, the ceramic spray sealant, and the tire dressing. everything that you guys had in your mind. If you had something to guess of this is what my most important criteria, this is my dream product, that's what I want out of something, I listened to you, I read the comments, I knew what I wanted as well from products like this, and I heard fellow professional detailers give me their feedback too, as well as DIYers give me feedback as well, including people with absolutely sweet F all of detailing experience. And the consensus was, I always ask these people too, by the way, at the end, is there anything better that you've ever tested? I want to know. I truly, genuinely want to know, because I believe them to be the best, but the feedback is what's important. And the consensus will always, this is the best of the best. It's always pleasurable to use. And even up to the fragrances, once again, it's just nuts. So good. And so, yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy them. Once again, cleanbypan.com. Cleanbypan.com brings you to the House of Rags website, where I'm hosted worldwide. They're my exclusive distributors, by the way, and you'll be able to shop through not only the Clean by Pan, the organizer stuff, but check out my top picks section, because we're going to have always some good deals for you in there as well. But you'll have my favorite products from all the other brands that have supported me through the years or that I have enjoyed using, and some new ones to be added, because I'm going to continue testing some new stuff. There's always cool things that are out there. There are things that I don't even have in my lineup to this point, so I want to see and continue, and you guys can continue to trust my opinion, and I know you value it a lot, and I truly thank you for that. So yeah, jump on that, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts and your impressions once you start using them. That is it. Mic drop, game over. You won't need to purchase anything else. You're going to be hooked on the Clean by Pan, the organizer products. And once again, I'm going to still read the comments, and you know how I reply to all of viewers' comments over the years. I was personally implicated with you guys. You've always been there to support me, and I've always appreciated that, and I'll continue to do so. So I'll be looking for the feedback on what other products you want in the lineup. If there's anything you can think of today that you want me to add ASAP, because you know they're going to be the best of the best, drop a comment in the comment section. So again, cleanbypan.com, check that stuff up, let me know your feedback. And in the meantime, as my bottles say, and I always say, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you all on the next one.